what I got. I got an iPad Pro, the 11-inch, the iPad Magic Keyboard, and I got the Apple Pencil to go with it. And originally, I bought this like as a family thing, like, oh, our family needs an iPad, honey, so I should buy one for us. But then I started playing with it, and I was like, I think this is my iPad. Let me know if you guys want to see a video editing photos on the iPad Pro. That's kind of mainly why I bought it, was because with the Apple Pencil, I can sit there and Photoshop on someone's face, and that's awesome. Not what today's video is about though. Today's video is a Q&A, and we're gonna open some boxes that have come in. I kind of got behind on opening boxes, so we're gonna open these boxes and I'm gonna answer some questions that you guys sent me. And all the questions today are from the text line. If you are not in, this one's a biggie. If you're not in on the text line, you can text me and I respond. Questions, comments, things that you have that you just wanna text me about, shoot me a text. And then I also wanted to throw in a few comments or questions that came in on the Rode video, the microphone video, kind of a potato jet-esque style of responding to previous comments in previous videos.
We wrap this up and read some comments from my last video.
I kind of want to steal that from Potato Jet. I really like the idea of ending a video by responding to comments from the last video. Potato Jet, Gene, is it cool if I steal that from you and I start doing that in my videos? Gene does not watch this channel, so nobody tell Potato Jet that we're stealing his thing, and he just won't know. Shh. Also, before we jump into questions and opening things, quickly like this video. Just super quick, go down there, like the video. And also, maroon hoodies. These guys, check that out. Be a Good Human hoodies in maroon, back on the merch shop. We've been sold out of them for a while because they sold out super fast and then we couldn't even keep them in stock. Anyways, we're in stock now. Head over to the merch shop, pick up a hoodie. And this one particular, this hoodie right here is actually going to Marnix Powell's in Amsterdam. This hoodie right here is headed to Amsterdam. It's one of our favorite places in the world. And lastly of note is the Be a Good Human transfer stickers. Hard to see. The transfer stickers that I have on this water bottle. You can make your own cool water. I have it on the back of my van. It's one of those where you put this on and then you peel out the front and it's just the letters that are left on there. Those are now on the merch shop as well. Okay, before we get into opening these or questions, I got this in the mail also from Kelly Huston. Kelly Huston from Sacramento. If you guys don't know, my P.O. box is in the description below, so you guys can send me things. And Kelly sent me a thank you card. That's super sweet. How do you know that I like wine so much? Don't let anyone get in the way of your positive spirit and energy. Kelly. That is so nice. Kelly from Sacramento. Thank you. That's like insanely nice. You rock, Kelly. All right, first question let's get to is from RaiShoeDog05, and it's, what is your favorite camera that you've ever reviewed? That I've reviewed? That's tough because the camera that I'm on right now is my favorite camera to date, but technically I haven't reviewed it. It's the A7S III, and I love this camera, but I haven't found, I'm always looking for kind of what's the angle or what's the thing that people haven't talked about yet. I don't want to just make videos that everyone else is making. I want to make a video where I say something that isn't in other people's videos, and I just kind of agree with everybody about the A7S III. It's amazing, it's incredible, it's as awesome as people say. So I guess technically, I haven't reviewed it, but it is my favorite camera, A7S III. Kind of similar to that is Jazon22. I asked people for their Instagram names. I should have just used your real names because it's very hard to say your Instagram names. Jazon22 said, what would you change about your favorite camera system? Which again is the A7S III. If I had my dream camera, it would be an A7S III that still had the amazing low light performance, but that shot photos at 24 megapixels. I know you can't have both. The reason it's so good in low light is because it's 12 megapixels, but yeah, a guy can dream. In this box is a new lens that I'm gonna review on this channel. I don't know if you guys know how this all works, but Sony will send out products, or companies, different companies, but this one in particular is Sony. They send it to me, I get it for 2 weeks, I get to use it, I get to make videos about it if I want, or I don't have to, and then I send it back to them, unfortunately. I don't get to keep these things. This is the, oh my gosh, look at that thing. The Sony 100 to 400 millimeter lens. It's gonna be good reviewing this lens. All right, next question is from Cam Eustace. Cam, thanks for following this channel for so long, by the way, dude. How often should I upload on YouTube? It's not so much about how often you should upload on YouTube. I think at least once a week is good to show up for people, right? Like, I hope that you guys appreciate that I show up, that I'm here. Oh, geez, come on. Yeah, I hope you guys appreciate that I show up. I'm always trying to make videos a couple of times a week, but even showing up once a week just to, I don't know, remind people that you're there, that you're around, that you haven't gone anywhere. Alan Lee 89 said, what tips do you recommend for a person starting their YouTube channel? I think I've kind of covered that in some other videos, but mainly it's 1, stay consistent, 2, use highly searchable videos or use highly searchable titles and topics to bring people in, and then show who you are. Be you. Be as much of you as possible, because no one else can be you. So be as much of you as possible. So when people find you through search, they go, I like that guy. I'm gonna stick around and subscribe. And then also on the vlog front is Derek Saunders asked, would you ever consider doing daily vlogs? I thought about it a ton. I dream about it. I think that I would love to do that, but then I hear people like Casey, or lots of daily vloggers that have gone and done daily for a long time, and then they say things like, oh, I almost got divorced because of daily vlogging, or I never saw my family and kids because of daily vlogging. So just the wear on yourself and your psyche of daily vlogging sounds chaotic. I might play with it, like maybe I'll do 10 days in a row at some point, or maybe I'll do like Monday through Friday for a couple of weeks straight at some point, just to try out daily vlogging, see what that feels like. But okay, let's start to speed up here. Living in Our Now said, what's the best entry-level camera for YouTubers who also want to take quality photos? The Sony ZV-1. This thing is incredible. I think most people want this camera. They just think that by getting a small camera like this, they're not as serious, or they're not going to take as high quality of photos and video, but I promise you, you will. Zachary Termizai, best camera brand, Canon, Nikon, or Sony? I'm not a Sony fanboy, but I've chosen the Sony route. And the reason for that, the reason I tell people once you've chosen a route, you kind of stick there, is because of all those lenses. Like, all those lenses are like $1,500 or $2,000 each. So once you've purchased Sony lenses, you're gonna buy the new Sony camera, and you're probably not gonna go buy the new Nikon or the new Canon, because then you'd either have to adapt your lenses with an adapter thing, or buy all new lenses and try to sell your, ugh. So because of that, you kind of choose a lane and you stick there. And luckily, Sony's kind of kicking butt. You can argue with me about the Canon R5 or R6, but Sony's got Canon beat still. To me, for my preference, for what I like. Hey, Insta360 sent me a hat. That's nice of them. Insta360, thank you for the hat. Good looking hat. That's not bad. Thank you, Insta360. Oh no. Okay, I can't show you what's in this box. Thought I could. I cannot. Down to Slater Frampton. How did you get started in photography? I've kind of always been the kid with the camera. That was always like my jam. I loved taking photos, even when I had like wind-up cameras, like click, So I was always really into photography. I always loved it. I went to college. I started a coffee shop. I didn't like selling coffee, even though it did really well and it was really successful. My dad gave me the whole, hey, you got to do what you love if you're going to do that for the rest of your life. And I said, oh, I love photography. I wonder if I could make a business out of that. And 12 years later, here I am still. Along with that one, AS Lawn and Landscaping said, what made you get into photography, then YouTube? Again, photography, I've always loved it. Wedding photography specifically is kind of what I've focused my career on. And then YouTube, I got mainly into it because of people like Casey and Peter and those people that I was just like, man, I wish I could do that. That's awesome. And then the pandemic hit in 2020. All my photography business, all the weddings pretty much got canceled or postponed for the year. And I just said, hey, let's make YouTube a thing then. And now it's a thing. And along with that one, Claire G Photos asks, did you always want to be a photographer / wedding photographer specifically? If not, what else did you study / want to do? I studied business in college. I read a ton of business books. I still read business books all the time. I recommend this to anybody. If you're looking to be a photographer, videographer, YouTuber in general, read business books and then learn YouTube and photography and all that stuff on the side or on the internet. If you're gonna go to school, don't go to school for photography, go to school for business, because most of my job is business, and then a small part of it is taking pictures. Also, check this one out. Probably can't read that. This says that it came from the Royal Mail, and I'm pretty sure I know who it's from because I was messaged that there was a package in my P.O. box that was waiting for me, and I haven't gone and picked it up for a while. So I finally went, that's where all this stuff was. This came from England. Ooh, it's a picture. Or it's a frame. Wow. Dude, Rob, super cool of you, man. Rob sent a card also. Always open the card first. I'm sorry, I opened the present first, Rob. First Christmas card I saw. Did you send this at Christmas? I'm sorry, it's January 23rd. I really haven't checked my P.O. box for a while. Oh, dude, that is so cool. He said, I saw one of your vlogs that Venice was one of your favorite cities on your European trip. Here's a photo I took on a trip to Venice when myself and Gemma traveled in Italy. That is super freaking cool. So look at this picture. Holy cow. Rob, nice work, man. That's gorgeous. You guys also might know Rob Sambles. It's Rob Sambles from the Peter McKinnon Q&A video that he just did.
Fun last name. What's up, Sambles? Is Sambles coming? When I play the drums, I like to smash my Sambles.
Oh, when I go to Costco, I love it for all the free Sambles.
And now Rob's in this video too. Nice work, Rob. And dude, thank you again. That picture is amazing. Okay, Luke H. Being 27. What is your go-to camera when you're going out and going to vlog and film something like the drone recovery video? It's the A7S III. I do walk around with the big camera like that with the big microphone on top. Oh, I also use my GoPro and my Insta360 a ton. Those are kind of my three main cameras. I use the A7S III, then I use a GoPro for like walking around action-y shots, and then the Insta360 for just those shots I can't get any other way. All right, Vincent McCardle asks, what helps you stay motivated to keep taking pictures and making videos? Mainly that I have a poor memory. I take pictures so I remember moments, or more so that I can have a jumping off point. So I'll see a photo and then I remember everything about that day or about that time in my life, and without that photo, I wouldn't have anything to kind of trigger those memories. So I take a photo of it, I go, captured. And then a year later or 2 years later, it pops up in my featured photos and I go, oh, remember that? And that is more relevant than ever with my daughter now. She's 2 or she's almost 2 years old. And we're already looking at photos from last year and we're going, oh my gosh, where is the time going? So for me, taking photos and shooting video is more so about capturing chapters in our life, trying to chronicle our life and our adventures. JM Photoshop says, how do I make a perfect white background without overexposing a product? I should make a whole video on this, but basically if you're shooting the product this way, you need to have the background here. You should have 1 or 2 lights, whatever you're gonna do on the product, and then a whole separate light just to light the background. And the idea there is that this light that lights the background, I can control how bright or dim I make that, and then different lighting for the actual product. I'll do a whole video on product photography, but that's the short answer. Okay, Ian's Bakeaway says, did you have a role model that got you into filming / photography? For photography, it was super simple. Way back when I first got started, Mike Cologne was at like the top level. I went to one of his classes or one of his seminars to learn from him, and now I know him well, and he's just an awesome, super awesome guy. I still admire his work like crazy, and he might be starting a YouTube channel soon. I'm really pushing him to start a YouTube channel, to really dive into it. He would be amazing. Mike, if you're watching, start your channel. Do it. Do it. And then for filming for YouTube, Casey, huge role model of mine. I love him. And then Peter and Maddie Hapoya. Those two guys, man. Pete and Maddie, I love their stuff. I love their style. Maddie Hapoya's kind of more recent videos is kind of what I want to move this channel towards, like more like kind of vloggy. Like Maddie has done more, I think, to incorporate his family, kind of his life, what his real world looks like into the videos, and I really like that. I really want to do more of that. Edward Smiley, 3 things. The one I'm going to touch on though, any tips on getting the wife to be okay with always having some sort of camera strapped to you whenever you're doing family things? Yes, and my tip is hindsight. Morgan, on that European vlog thing, the only time in our 26 days of traveling together, out of backpacks, trains, planes, rental cars on the wrong side of the road, all of that craziness, the only thing we argued about was the camera, was her not wanting me to film so much. Put the camera down, just enjoy the day. Then, like 2 years later, I think it was, I came home from a wedding, super late at night. I walk into our little apartment down by the beach, and Morgan is sitting on the couch watching our honeymoon vlogs, and she's crying, and she's going, babe, thank you so much for making these because I love them. And that was it. That was it. As soon as that moment happened, I went, see, babe? And she went, I know. And now she really can't ever say. And now we have Eleanor, so now she just loves that I'm photographing and filming things, because even 6 months later, she's like, oh my gosh, this is such a great photo, or oh my gosh, what a cool video. First Do says, what are the biggest photography challenges that are overlooked in classes / books? Again, why I really don't think that photography school is very great. I think you should learn photography in the streets, online, and actually by taking photos of real people. That interaction between photographer and subject is probably the thing, one, you just can't teach in a book or in a class, but feel good, look good is the rule. Feel good, look good. If you can make them feel good, they will look good, usually. And last from Kyle Thompson, if you could live in any superhero universe, what universe would you live in? Batman. I was a huge Batman freak as a kid, so much so that, hang on. This is like half embarrassing, half awesome, but I was a child model. I was a child model. That's embarrassing, but also awesome because I got to do fun things. But I liked Batman so much that I went to do this thing for, I think it was a mall. It was a Batman, a clown, and a dinosaur in a photo. And I was supposed to be the dinosaur, but there was a Batman kid, and I wanted to be Batman so much that I think I cried, and they switched it, and they made me Batman. Look, that's me on this side. I got to be Batman. I was also Batman for Halloween like 6 years in a row, I think. I like Batman. All right, and to end this whole thing out, I am gonna jump to a few comments from the last video, but I'm gonna skip the million versus 2 million video. I'm gonna go back to the road video because there's kind of more pertinent comments there. Yaz Art said, hey David, can you please make a video about editing on the iPhone? I will make a video about editing photos on the iPhone. I don't edit a lot of video on the iPhone. There's a few apps on there. Adobe Rush is awesome for editing on the iPhone, but I don't do it. I'm not that great at it, I don't think, because I don't do it ever. So I'm not gonna tell you how to do it. All right, Jen in Stitches says, David, what is the length of your Insta360 stick? Is it the 70 centimeter or 120? Because I wanna grab that to add to my road rig now. How long this is in centimeters, I don't know. It is How many centimeters is 46 inches? 116 centimeters. So that's probably the 120 centimeter one that you're looking at. And then lastly, the very last question for today from That's a Moray. Can you use this setup while keeping a case on the iPhone? So what she's talking about is the Rode setup, the tripod, the phone mount. The phone mount you can definitely use while it's on a case. The thing that is tough is, get up there, let go, is the microphone's lightning. It has a lightning adapter on there, and depending on this bit here, depending on how thick your phone case is gonna say whether the lightning can actually plug into it. So mine, it can get in there, but it can't seat. So unfortunately for me, I have to take off this case. This is the OtterBox case that you buy at the Apple Store. I could just cut this piece out. I don't really know why I need that there to protect the bottom of my phone. Let's try it. Cutting tools. Okay. Oh, shoot. I think that worked. And in theory now, if my phone is in here, oh crap. This is cutting out more than I had planned. Ow. That might have done it. So let's see if it seats now. Ah, beautiful. All right, so check that out. It is now perfectly seated in there, and my phone's still in the case. So you might have to do some surgery on your case to make this work. I don't think it's really changed my level of protection that much, so I think we're good. And I will be able to use my phone in the vlogger rig with my case on. All right, that's it for today. Let me know if you guys like this video. If you did like this video, hit the like button below. If you want to see more question and answer videos, let me know. Also, if you want me to end videos very Potato Jet-esque and just totally steal his little thing. Did Potato Jet make that up? Did someone else do that before Potato Jet did it? I don't know. Maybe he stole it from someone else and I'm stealing it from him who stole it from someone else. All right, I'll see you guys later. Head to the merch store. Pick yourself up a sticker. Bye. All right, Vincent McCardle asks, what helps you stay motivated? You idiot. I can't read today. I can't read the words that are on the screen.